Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to another episode of the DeVarreaux Chronicles. Dondi couldn't be here. He has other prior obligations, so he can't fulfill his obligation to me. So, this is my shiggity, my show. I'm your girl, Val DeVarreaux, and today I have been gracious enough for one of my best good friends, Elizabeth, to join me today.
I can do that today.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Before I forget, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button so you don't miss an episode of the DeVarreaux Chronicles. Got it?
Don't want to miss that.
You don't want to miss it.
It's going to be crazy.
Now today, me and Liz going to talk about a whole plethora of things, people, so try to keep up, okay? We're going to be all over the place.
Talk about
Some stuff. Hopefully we can help some people today.
That's a good hope.
Just listen. You listening to wisdom here. We like fine wine, baby. We get better with time, too.
Right. Every decade counts.
Look, what were we talking about? Before we start shooting, we were talking about...
We were talking about, I had this gal tell me today, she said, because I told her what we were going to talk about, that we were going to talk about things like why we get with somebody who's completely wrong for you.
Absolutely.
But it sounds good at the time because they are the thing that seems completely right. They got this mask on, and they will do what they think you want.
Do anything they think they got to do to get you.
They think you want. Like,
absolutely.
You come in the door, the man's been doing your laundry, and you're like, oh, that is just doing laundry for your kids and everything. And you're like, oh, he's the bee's knees.
He's a hero. He's a hero.
He's a hero.
Like, wow, where you been?
You come in, he's folding your undies, and you're like, I don't even fold my undies, so I can work with. I can work with that, And then he's trying to cook you food, and he's being all homey, and you're like, oh, this is just what I needed.
Just what I've been praying for.
Somebody who's a homebody that's just gonna hang out with me. And next thing you know, their most discontented thing is going on.
It was all a dream.
By the time you're
like Biggie Smalls say, y'all, it was all a dream.
To it or pregnant from it,
it's he turns
into who his mama raised.
The damn devil.
Who his mama raised. And that's it.
The devil.
The devil is in your house, and you cannot
promise
shake it. You can't shake it. Those are the worst. The ones that have leached onto you, the kind that latch onto you, they get you. You tell them all your deepest, darkest secrets, and you think, I'm telling them who I really am.
And they're not telling you who they really are.
No.
All the time,
but they're
he's
patting
lying.
your head and telling you it's going to be okay, and everything is good. And
right.
They're going to heal all your ills, and you're like, oh, this is just so great. We just get along so good.
My prayers have been answered.
And your prayers get answered on a regular basis. You could...
True.
It's not the last love you'll ever have,
But you know what? That's what we think at the time.
It is the very last. It's
That's what we think.
And only.
I can't live without him.
Do you know what I used to do? I have a habit.
What?
I gotta have my back rubbed sometimes when I go to sleep.
Okay.
So I guess something my mother did to me. So
your mother did that
my
to
mother
you.
put that in me. So I like to have my back rubbed. So I usually train a guy to rub my back.
You train him?
I train him. I tell him.
You hear that, ladies? You're supposed to train them for what you want them to do.
So they okay, I could rub your back, not knowing it's going to be like every night for the rest of their life.
For the rest of your life, buddy, you're going to be rubbing my back.
When I'd get rid of one, I would think, what do I miss?
Them rubbing your back.
Just them rubbing
my back. That's it. Don't miss another thing.
But I feel like, when the dog dies and you're really sad. And then the next day you're cleaning up and you're thinking, this is the last time I'm going to have to get dog hair out from my baseboards. And my house won't smell like dog when it rains. I miss my dog just a little bit less. That's the way a man is. When they're out, you realize that was a lot of work.
Yeah, but when you're in it, what I discovered when I was going through things and praise the Creator. I'm not going through anything right now, people. Praise the Creator. Thank you.
Wow, nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. That is a drop.
Peace
That's
of
a drop.
mind.
Definitely a drop the mic moment.
I tell you, I have peace of mind in my life.
We can be done now.
Yeah, I'm peace of mind.
Nothing going
but
on.
You know, when I was in it, I didn't realize what I was going through. It's like when you're caught, it's just like other people can be on the outside looking in.
And going, oh.
Like you need to be leaving him. You don't need to be there.
It's a train wreck.
Right. But when you're in it, you don't see that.
Yeah, you're like, no, he's fine.
He's all right.
He's all right. He's all right. I like to pick on this one guy because he opened up on me on the internet. So I'm like, yeah, he put some crap about me on his page. And it was every year, it's like an anniversary for him. And it's been 30 years.
Talk about somebody can't get past it.
35, can't get past it. 35 years still grinding on me. And it's a fantastical story that never happened. And I love it.
He made some shit.
I raised some holy hell and ruined his whole gig. He was, out gigging and doing his show, and I ruined it for him. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, so I don't mind picking on this guy. But that was one of those relationships that I was in, and I thought, I can work with this. I can work with this. He picked me up when I was down, and I give him credit for that.
Okay.
He reached out when I was being abused, so he reached out. And that was the person that reached out. So I was able to rebuild my life, and I had somebody to sit for my kids. Mm-hmm. But every time I come in my house, I think, who is paying the rent here? Like, this man has taken over, like, my whole life. Like, I come in, and it's, what will you buy me next? Or what will you get me? I need an exercise machine, or I need new shoes. And I'm, like, doing all this stuff, and I'm thinking, you're right. You get all like, oh, well, since he's not working, he's watching my kids, I should just treat him
I owe him that.
He's one of my kids.
Right.
I got to take care of him like he's one of my kids. Well, there ain't nothing sexy about taking care of a man like he's one of your kids.
Amen to that. You're not lying.
That is my favorite thing to say. That you can really mother a man till you've mothered. I mean, then you know what that makes
then
him.
He doesn't appeal to you anymore. You don't want him.
You know what that makes him if you're doing things with him. You're like, I don't.
You don't have a desire for him as a man anymore.
Yeah, because he's a child.
He's a child.
There's a lot of them running around.
It's a lot. That is the trend nowadays that I find.
Man-child.
Yeah, man-child.
And we got it in our generation, and you look at our kids' generation, and it is 100 times worse.
It is.
They're playing video games in their mama's attic. I mean, it's creepy. It's just creepy. The men that we got out there, the supply of men, all come pre-programmed. Like, they're living in their past relationship. They're suspicious of women. They are. They're suspicious. But they're so suspicious of you. And the next thing you know, you're buying their dinner and taking them places because they forgot their wallet. Or they're waiting for payday or whatever the hell.
The experience that I had with it, I had one that was so damaged, he wanted to blame me for everything she did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I wasn't there. I wasn't a part of that.
I mean, sure, we learn caution in relationships. We learn good sense. You start to learn from each relationship what is not going to work.
Right.
And then you get a guy, that's definitely a trend.
And that's exactly what he tried to do, because I like to go and do things, and he didn't want to do anything because, I did all that with my ex. Okay, well, that wasn't me, damn it.
I know. Or my ex did this
That
thing.
Wasn't me.
I come to you, I'm going to bare my soul.
Right.
I'm finally going to bare his soul.
Right.
And his soul is all about shit he used to have.
Right.
Shit she broke.
What she did to me. She took this from me.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I don't care.
You going to live back there? Are you going to live up here?
Right.
Or are you going to live back there? There is no I used to have. Mr. I used to have.
Right.
That's the guy. That's
I had this and I had that. And
but
she
right
took
now,
this from me.
But right now, I need you to pay for the ride.
Right. No.
Because I lost my shit.
No.
So now I need you to pay for my ride.
Negative.
And you're like, on an emotional level, on a financial level, they come to you. I just think men start out. They learn as they go, but they don't change. They learn from the first one. And then they learn the things they don't like. They come out in the world like their mama put them there with all the stuff they expect from somebody else because their mama did too much for them. So now you got to do that stuff for them because they're helpless.
Now, you know what?
50-year-old
I
men.
will admit, I spoil the shit out of my son.
You spoil the shit
So
out
if you're a woman, if you're going to deal with my
Watch
son,
out. That's right.
you better be ready to spoil him.
Mine is all about the food. It's all about the food.
Look.
I know. These poor girls, they can't cook. It's like going to my mama's on Sunday.
Right.
I think some girl should. The girl he's with, I think she's going to get tired of that. You know
What?
what I mean? She can cook. This one can cook. And that boy's still like, see how my mom makes this?
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's what it is. They take their experience with their upbringing so far. They take it all the way to their grave. It's the same. They don't evolve. Women evolve. We learn what to stay away from.
Right, we do.
We go right to it.
We do. We do. That's the first thing we just come on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Are you damaged enough for me?
Right. Because we think we can fix them.
Yeah, you can't fix that.
You cannot fix them.
You can't fix that.
Ladies, you hear that?
The mama made it.
You can't
fix that.
You can't fix them.
Every girl that disappointed him, it's the ones that can't admit their own faults that have the biggest problems.
It wasn't his fault.
Mm-hmm.
It was her.
I can tell you a story. A man who could not say the woman's name that he was married to and the other woman that he had children with. And he couldn't say their names. He called them awful things. And he made up names, like about their butt and how fat they were. He called one the fat one and the other one the one that has no name.
Oh.
Yeah. So that should have been like a red warning sign.
A warning
to
sign
anybody.
to you, yeah.
But you get in there and you're like, oh, that's just because somebody hurt you. But when a woman hears that is a good cue to run. I can say I got lucky and it wasn't real. It wasn't disrespect of women. It was pain. And he learned you can't carry that shit around. You can't have that in the middle of a relationship. You can't have the shit from the other one.
Well, see, that cost me my relationship with that guy, though.
Yeah.
He and I got along well. We were like peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I thought he was going to be my last boyfriend ever. Yeah. That's how good we got along.
And then it goes.
And then
it was like the mask.
Yeah, he took the mask off. Like the longer we were together, and the more comfortable we got with each other, and then he just started thinking about, she gonna get half my damn pension.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been to.
Where'd that come from?
I crossed that road.
Where did that come from?
I got a good man.
So I'm like,
but it was in there. It was in the. It's like a Jack in the Box. It's a.
It was there
box.
all the time.
It's a Pandora's
box. But he
box
waited
of shit
until I was comfortable
to say, "You better not screw me over and
take
half my pension."
And I'm like,
I don't.
He like, this is what he told me. You can't get half for half. And we watching a movie.
Well, you can.
We watching a movie though, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
As it turns out, you can get half a half.
But I don't even need his damn half.
You almost want to go get it. You almost want to go get it when you hear those words. You're like,
I was like,
you know what? You're making me want to divorce you.
We watching this movie right now. While we talk, what are you talking about?
As time marches on, the answer to that question
is for me, and she took that from me.
She took it all. I can't get half.
I don't need nothing from you.
See, to me, I'm gonna rise to the challenge. If I'm thinking this is just not gonna work itself out, this guy is gonna constantly.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Worried
he
about
was so. He was so
possessive. Of
but he was so damaged because of what she did.
And all she probably did was divorce him.
But after after 3 decades,
you'd think
what I mean.
You'd think it would go away.
I thought that we were in such a good place and we got along so good.
Look, we're talking about it.
Right.
They don't talk about it.
He don't talk about it, no.
No, and they don't go to their male friends and boys.
No.
I call them boys because they're boys.
Yeah,
he don't go in there and say, oh, my woman took all my stuff, and they can sit around and she took mine and she took mine. They don't do that, and since they don't do that, they can carry that crap.
And it just festers in them.
There's somebody 35 years out telling a story I don't know. One story is I was drunk and raised hell. The other one is I was sleeping with people. So I don't really know what I did. I know what happened. I know all
but
I did.
Know it wasn't
all
that
I
shit.
did was say, I'm a 20-something-year-old girl, and I'm working 2 jobs, and I got 2 kids, and I got rent to pay and babysitters. And I'm thinking, okay, so your mama died, but I got a 5-day notice, and I gotta pay that. I can't give you my rent money to go to see your mama's body in a casket.
Right.
If you never even called your mama in 2 years.
Right.
What am I doing, So I'm thinking, call a friend in Pennsylvania. Don't ask me anymore. You're not married to me. This is an arrangement, sort of. Right. It's an arrangement with benefits. Sort of. And this guy was a flippin' weirdo. I mean, what, you want to hear what ended it for me? There were lots of reasons to end it. But do you know what the over-the-top move of, the man had a weird dietary lineup. He only ate peanut butter toast, blue corn chips, or chicken. I mean, that's about it. And veggie burgers. Or turkey burgers. So my brother invites him to a cookout. Now, these people, if I say he doesn't eat beef, he only eats turkey, they're going to put a turkey burger out.
Right, they're going to have a turkey burger.
So I've announced this, and I already feel like a weirdo. You know what I
For
mean?
announcing it.
Turkey burger. He needs a turkey burger. Can't he just man up and eat the meat? He's already eating meat. He's eating flesh. I don't see what the difference is. So chickens, turkeys versus a cow. I guess he's got a weird...
some people just weird like
weirdo.
that.
So what cinched it for me was we went to the cookout, and he packed a cooler with his own turkey burgers. And this is the first time I introduced him to my family. And they're like, okay, so the guy's a comedian. He doesn't have a real job. And he's a weirdo. And I never let my family sway me. But as I'm sitting in that driveway, as we're cooking up whatever, I'm thinking, yeah, he looks like a weirdo over there. And I realized at that moment, it cracked. Anything I felt about this person, it was enough to assault my family with your weirdness.
Yeah.
For people that, are they got good manners.
And they're welcoming you in.
And you do, when you go to the foreign country, you do what the foreign country does.
When in Rome, right?
When in Rome. And that's what I was thinking, what happened to when in Rome? I'm a very when in Rome person.
Me too.
And I'm a very...
Right.
I think the thing that gets me in the biggest trouble is I have no capacity. This is so strange. I love everybody. Okay, I will give love away like it's nothing.
Well,
and I will
that's
give
what me
it
and you
away
different.
until I got nothing left for me.
You heard what I said, right?
Oh, that's where we're different. It is definitely where we draw the line. I will give it all away and then say, why don't I have nothing for myself?
I ain't giving y'all my love. You got to earn it.
Tired. I am so damn
What that man
tired.
say on the 50 Shades? What did he say? You earned it. You got to earn mine. I have been taught. I learned.
50 Shades.
What the people say? I learned. I have learned not to give away my love.
And I open up my big mouth one time and I say, that's all I can do. I don't know when to stop. I'm going to
teach you.
I'm getting it.
We're going to have some classes.
It has taken
I'm going to teach you because I had to learn the hard way.
It has taken decades. They would leave me on the floor if I was like, but I was always the one breaking up. That's the thing. And I would say, okay, I would weigh, I want to go this way or I want to stay where I am, Mm-hmm. And when an opportunity arises, when you reassess what you're standing in, you're thinking, oh, I could up my career if I didn't have this weight on me. Mm-hmm. I could go with that man if I didn't have this one.
I can go over here.
And this man doesn't even appreciate what he's got.
Right.
He's in there owning what you're paying the rent on, and he's telling you what you're going to buy him, and you're like,
But wait a minute. Did I tell you about the stalker?
Oh my God. About the stalker.
He got mad at me because I would not buy him. He wanted a 745 BMW.
That's nothing.
At the time.
Why wouldn't you just do it?
At the time, I was driving a Honda Accord.
Why wouldn't you just give this man
I'm driving a fucking Honda.
You're driving a fucking
I'm
Honda.
not giving your ass no damn BMW.
Exactly. Exactly. That was like,
Right.
I am dressing out a dress barn. I am not taking
Right.
out wardrobe shopping, you
Right.
ass.
So I come home and he's at the table and he's got all these car books. He's got his highlighter and he's highlighted all of these brand new 745
Mama, buy me a
BMWs.
car.
Right. So I look and I keep moving.
Now,
I just came home.
At this time, do you have teenage children? Do you have big children? What do you got? Because you know they're coming for your pocketbook.
I only had one of them that was a teenager. The other two
So
in their 20s.
you got
They
one
were
of them
grown.
in your pocketbook with a car.
I wasn't buying his ass a car at all.
I know, but you're driving in a Accord. You
I'm
got
a
a
Honda
child.
Accord.
If you're gonna buy a
And my child was in private school.
if you're gonna go
and I'm like,
buy him this car,
look, I didn't know I was buying the car. I didn't know.
it was a Mercedes again.
It was a BMW. It was a 745 BMW. When they first came out, because this was in 2007.
Yeah. Well, yeah, BMW got all cheapy.
So they got that big one, and I saw him and I just kept moving. I was like, hey, I just kept moving.
I would be like, no.
And he brings me the book. That's all highlighted.
That's like the craziest shit ever.
He did.
That fucker was.
He
He
was crazy. He brought me the book, and he like, this all I want right here.
And you're like, and people in hell is wanting ice water.
And I looked at him.
Uh-huh.
I said, boy, you can't afford the oil change on that.
He wasn't gonna afford the oil change.
I want you to get it
His
for me.
mama's gonna do it for him.
I drive a Honda Accord.
Yeah, I would say.
Why would I buy your ass
And
a
you didn't
BMW?
stop. At this point, you didn't stop and say, get the fuck out.
Not at that point. Not at that point. Not at that point.
Because you know the best way to end it is just say, get the fuck out.
Get to step. But no. But I was just like, where is this coming from?
I don't know.
This fool.
It's like
this what I want. Mother. If you love me.
Well, was he real good at anything? And I don't know how good you'd have to be to get yourself a Mercedes.
He wasn't good enough for no damn BMW.
BMW.
I tell you what, he wasn't good enough for a Beamer.
It wasn't good for a Beamer.
Especially when I'm driving a damn Honda.
Beamer is some serious action.
Right.
I'd have to be unable to walk.
You ain't doing anything that good, bro. Nothing.
This guy sounds
He was a fool.
Interesting.
He was a fool.
His mother.
And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
His parents just made a mess. They made a mess. Was he like crazy as in
he was crazy.
Real ordeal?
He was the real crazy. He was crazy for real.
Stalkers are real crazy.
We'll put it this way. His ass ended up doing 4 years in the penitentiary.
I think that's a great idea.
For stalking me,
yeah,
people.
my stalker just
I don't play with you.
My stalker just ended up in a grave. He ended up in a grave. That's where he goes. And karma comes. Karma comes.
I don't
the creepiest. You want to hear what's creepy? That's creepy. What you just told me is creepy. That's some creepy shit. And he was popping up all over the place too when he's not supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. This one was like that too. I'd be at my place of business. And we had a computer desk, and there'd be 3 computers, and I'm sitting at one of them. Now, I'm sitting next to 2 men agents, and there's me, and I'm doing my stuff, and all of a sudden I feel this arm going around my back. And I look at the 2 dudes next to me, and I'm like, they would not touch me.
Right.
If their life depended on it. One's an old grandpa that's sitting next to me. I'm thinking, what the is going? And I turn around, and it's my stalker.
Ooh.
And I'm like... so I get up and I'm like, what? And this stalker grabs me and kisses me like I'm still dating him. And I'm in my place of business. And I'm like, he's asking me to go somewhere. And I'm just like a deer in the headlights. I'm like, I just want to go to my desk and call the police. Right. But I will do that when you disengage. So that guy, that kind of creepy action will definitely, it should put you in a penitentiary. That's like... And no one will come. When they just do creepy shit like that, nobody comes out to help.
But this is what's crazy about mine.
How do you call that in? The guy walked into my office and touched my back. I mean, I did call it in, but they were confused about the address. They came out finally. But it's like, no, they can't. It's like, what? The stalking law, I think, is confusing.
But you know what? It's changed.
Yeah.
And fortunately
Laws
for me,
are much better.
when it changed, I fell into that that little time frame when
The
it changed.
3 strikes, and that's
Because that's what he got. He got 3 strikes.
He had it. Creepy
Because the
crap
first
like that.
time the judge gave him 18 months. That fool got out and came right back to my house.
And he was in your house, wasn't he?
He was in the house.
In your house.
He was in there in the bed.
What are you in your bed? That is like,
And he
4 years is not
I
enough.
came in
4
like,
years is not enough for
and he
in
was like,
your bed.
"Hey,
this
babe,
person is in
how
your
was work?"
bed
He was in my bed.
where you sleep. That I
Right.
Oh,
I had to buy a new bed.
Yeah, burn that.
I changed my whole bedroom.
It's a burning bed.
I didn't even sleep in that bedroom no more. I moved to the upstairs bedroom.
I could not sleep in
I was like, this nuts.
That is nuts.
This nuts.
He needed to
So
be
the second
He needed
time,
more than a penitentiary. He needed a pill.
the judge told him, "You obviously think I'm playing with you." He said, "You know what? I can show you better than I could tell you."
Oh, I like that.
And he gave him 4 years.
4 years.
And I was like, this nuts. Why would you come right back to my house?
I don't know. They do, though.
Because, I came in
they just
and I saw him there. And so I just turned right back around and I called 911.
Everybody should call 911.
And I'm
you
like,
can't get rid of one.
Call 911
you don't
again
know.
and again and
I
again
thought
and
I
again.
was some kind of crazy because it happened to me. I had a stalker that stalked me. This is the weird guy again. He stalked me by mail, but I didn't know. I didn't know where the hell the mail was coming from. Back in the day, the priority mail, that $10 envelope, you tracking it was not part of the procedure.
Okay.
They just delivered them, and they didn't have any postmark on them.
No address, no return address,
You didn't
nothing.
know where the hell it came from. You could leave a thing on the back of it or not. So I was getting burn up pictures and my underwear sent to me. So apparently when we left the house, we took my underwear. I was wondering where some of my underwear went, but I assumed it was stolen in the laundry.
And that fool had took it.
He took my underwear.
Damn.
What kind of... And it went on for months. And I'm thinking... And the whole time I'm thinking he's looking at me like he's over there. Or he... And I had a break-in at my house. And the police came. And I didn't believe... Do you want to hear something terrifying? I did not believe that there was anybody in my house. I looked right in that man's face and did not believe he was there. I had to go to Michigan to pick up my kids. I drove 6 hours to Saugatuck and back. And I had convinced myself I did not see a man smiling at me. Yeah. Because it was so wrong that my brain could not wrap around it. There can't be a man in your house. It screwed me up so bad. That man, his description meets that guy. And I couldn't, the face, it was like all I saw was this smile, this smirk, big smirk. And I thought, that's not really happening. People don't just come in your house. Yeah, they do when they're stalking you.
They do.
The police said to me, could it be one of your ex-boyfriends? I'm like, no, none of them could be that weird.
Shoot.
Went through my shit. It was sleeping in my house when I was away.
Man was in my bed.
God, I had
to get a new bed.
Soap. I had to burn my house down. There was pubic hair on a bar of soap that was auburn, and it was not mine, and it was not my children's, and I was like, what the? So when I came home, I hadn't gone upstairs. I just came in, threw some groceries in, and I was going to go to Michigan. And there's a man standing at the bottom of my basement stairs, smiling at me. And the TV's on. There's no TV on in the house. He's been sleeping in my son's bed. I don't know what he was doing in my room, but my bed was all tore up. My underwear and crap was all hanging out of my dresser. And everything in my drawers just ransacked. Ransacked my personal belongings. Ransacked all my old love letters from other guys. And I'm talking about 15, 20 years after the fact. That's why it didn't ring a bell.
Really?
They're crazy.
Yeah, they
That's
crazy.
the taking off the
Ladies,
mask.
if you are being stalked.
Yeah, if you are being stalked, you
better
call the police.
Get you an order of protection.
Yes, you do.
That's the first thing you get. Mm-hmm. That's your friend.
You can get it online.
Get you an order of protection.
You can get them online.
Make police report. Look, this what y'all do wrong. I don't really know if it was him. You know it's him.
Yeah.
You get my tip here.
Crazy does.
You know it was him.
And your brain wants to say nobody would ever violate me in that way.
I don't know. I think it's him. No, you know it's him.
No, that was him. That was stalker number 2.
You know it's him.
First one was an ex-husband that would just sit parked outside my house 24 hours a day. And I know he was there because he drove a diesel Tornado.
Oh, my goodness.
So it sounded like a freaking garbage truck.
Yeah.
And I would listen to that. I'd go to sleep to it. I'd wake up to it. I'd drive to work. It would be sitting outside my work. He had nothing to do. But that's what I'm saying. You don't expect that going in.
You don't, because they don't show you that.
They don't
because
show
my
you
stalker
that.
Was so much fun.
Yeah.
And you know what?
All the romance flowers over the top.
He pursued me for a year
Before
I ever went out with him.
If it seems too good to be true, lovey dove,
I'm telling you,
it is too good to be true.
He would send stuff to the office for me, flowers, beautiful flowers. I mean, perfume, little tennis bracelets and stuff.
Oh, I like that.
He was
and you're thinking
for a whole year before I ever went out with him.
And you're telling yourself, maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe it's too
And
good.
then when I finally went out with the fool,
he
was so much fun. And he was like the life of the party.
They love hard.
They
do. They don't actually love. They possess. They are obsessed and possessed.
That's true.
And they possess you.
That's true.
They go from. That's how they do it. They grew.
Because I know the first time we went to court, the judge ordered him to go for a psychiatric evaluation,
which is obviously necessary.
His psychiatrist, she called me because she felt like my life was in danger. Mm-hmm. And she told me, at the time, she said, I could lose my license, but my conscience won't let me rest. Yeah. I really feel like you're in danger.
Well, you at least had that, because I walked into a court-ordered thing with my first ex, and they didn't find anything wrong. They thought I was a nervous wreck.
Knew that he was a nut.
That's good. It took a lot of time before he was so repulsive to a psychologist that was doing family counseling so he could see his kids. This guy, he goes in there and he's so repulsive that he's so crazy that the therapist was like, I don't even want, you're alcoholic and crazy, and I can't deal with you. You know what I mean? You are not somebody I can help, because he had narcissistic personality disorder. Oh, wow. And that's what a bunch of them have.
A bunch of them have that.
Yeah, and so they don't love.
Mine was a sociopath.
Yeah, mine was a sociopath.
He was.
He had no God, no government. No, you got to know that people are anchored to stuff before you go out with them. When you hear someone, mine literally called himself a god. I told you that.
Yeah.
I am the god Arturo, and I think he's kidding, right? I am not worshiping the guy. And I was probably the toughest person anybody'd want to abuse. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to do that crap, And eventually it will come to find you. Mm-hmm. And yours went to jail. Mine just get buried.
Good.
And he's
out now. He's out now.
I am frightened.
And I want him to know, if you ever run up on this show and see me.
If you ever
run up on me.
Yeah.
That will be the last breath you draw.
Good.
Okay?
That is good.
Because I always got my boyfriend, Big Glock 45, with me, baby. That's my boyfriend.
That's the way you got to do it.
His first name Glock, last name 45.
It's always good to have a little something to back it up.
Absolutely.
Because
sometimes I do wonder about him seeing the show.
You can't
and
guess crazy.
I think like, if he ever see me, I know he looking for me. I know he is.
He's
just a nut like that.
I don't think he's got you yet.
But I bet you one thing, if you ever see this show, you heard what I said.
Yeah, it's time to back him out.
Because I got all the paperwork to back it up.
And he's out there. He's out there loose, ladies. He's
out there loose.
Out there
he tricking some woman.
Ready. He is date ready.
And he's a good-looking fella, too. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, and you don't know what you're dealing with.
And you don't know what you're dealing with.
The weirdest thing is that nowadays, everybody's been arrested for something. These men, like my age, our age, it's not probably. But the younger crowd, they all been to jail
for
DUIs and drugs and, you don't know,
You don't.
And they come out of there, messed up. They're messed up when they come out. It's like
They
it's not
do.
like they've been to war, but it's like they have to let everybody know they've been through something, you know, and they carry it around, and it's like you were a teenager or 21. You're stupid. You're just stupid. And we were talking about white women they do this thing at my age where they're looking, well, between 45 and whatever, they're looking for something. But they will go home with every little boy that asks them that needs a tutoring lesson.
Do you see? I don't want no little boy.
I don't want no little boy.
I don't necessarily want an old man.
No.
Unless he like a you know, what's the name of that man had? Anna Nicole had?
Yeah, Anna Nicole.
Unless it's one of them.
Okay, then
I deal with him.
You're going to have to make an exception.
Right, I make an exception with him.
Howard Marshall.
Right,
Yeah, when
him.
he comes along.
But I don't want a little boy.
No, little boys is gross.
I got a grown son. What I want a little boy.
I lost friendships because I'm like, I am not going with you ladies to go pick up little boys. Because they would go to bars where there were
looking for little
boys, and they're all over the place. And they all seem to want, you know, Mrs. Robinson.
All the little boys want is a mama.
They want a mama.
They want a sugar mama.
They want a mama, and they want somebody to tell them how to work it.
They want a sugar mama.
And that's all they want.
They want somebody to take care of them. But you know what? You're saying that about white women, though, but it has come to my attention. The trend seems to be, and I know some of y'all might get mad at me, but y'all know I'm telling you the truth. The trend seems to be with women of color like myself. They buying these men.
So they're taking on boarders.
Yeah, they buying these men all these nice gifts. They paying car notes. They buying rims.
No,
and,
I don't.
You know, they paying bills.
I can't.
And you know, when I date a guy and he meet me and I'm looking at him like he telling me what? Yeah, I got this one here. She pay my car note. This one over here, you know, she pay my rent.
That one over there's
right.
My
and I'm like, what? I went out with this one guy and I really liked the way he looked. Mm-hmm. He was my type. Mm-hmm. He looked like Rick Fox. Y'all know that's my type.
You had to date him. There wasn't an option.
He was nice looking. Option. This fool told me, I'm sitting there listening to him talking. You know, he like, yeah, I kind of like you though. You know, I wouldn't mind dating you. You know, I'm dating 4 other women. I'm listening to him.
And I'm thinking, I don't want 4 other cases of herpes, is what I'm thinking.
So I said,
you know, that's what I'm thinking.
I said, I'm not.
You've been around too much, you know. That's like,
What, I'm supposed to be number 5?
Well, yeah.
I said I'm not a Friday kind of girl.
Are you like competing?
I guess I'm supposed to be Friday because he got Monday through Thursday already. So I guess I'm supposed to be
get
Friday.
Him when he's tired. Shit. When he can't, you're gonna
Needless
get him when he can't get it up.
Needless to say, we didn't go out no more. And he was a nice looking guy, and I'm like,
it's a shame.
And he thought something was wrong with me because he told me, he was like, why do you have a problem with that? He said the other 4 women don't have a problem with that.
I'm not.
I said because I'm not desperate.
You're not desperate. Yeah, you'd have to be hard up.
Right.
To take.
I said he told me all 4 of them know about each other.
There ain't nothing he can't do for you that you can't.
What
do
you
for
gonna
yourself,
do for me?
That you can't do for yourself.
Right.
That's the pity.
He said all 4 of them knew about each other. They all knew he was seeing all of them.
Probably because you didn't really get to know him. He's
Right.
probably like set in his ways.
He probably
like
is.
that show with Sister Wives shows gives me the fucking creeps.
Right.
Like,
I cannot. And he's not even good looking to me.
No, he's like a little girl.
He ain't good looking to me at all. I don't. Cody is not good looking to me.
No, that is not good looking. That is, to me, that is repulsive. I think the man is wearing a man bun now. I think he's actually literally wearing a man bun. I saw an episode.
You know what? I think he's wearing that because he's finna lose his hair up there.
Because
that's why.
He's always putting a minoxidil on his head. They showed an episode where he's something about his minoxidil's run out. I'm like, this guy.
No.
And he says crazy ass things.
He do.
And now he's wondering why they're all divorcing him.
I was so proud of that one for leaving his ass.
25 kids in.
Right.
These women realize the mask is off.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's like, I can't do you on Tuesday. I'm going to do Mary.
I can't stand him.
This is like gross.
He ain't even a good looking dude.
At first, like, we want to live together in one house.
Oh, hell no.
So he puts them all in separate houses so he can hoodwink them all in his own special. Because if you look at those women, they all each have like a special, like, one is all happy and all about the moon and the stars.
Right.
And the other
She a nut.
she's a nut.
In other words, people, nut.
And so then there's the other one that's all about I'm counting the money.
Ah.
But I haven't figured out what that other one is for. I know what the young one is for.
Oh, you know what she for?
I know what she's for, and
Yeah,
she's
you know.
really into it. She wants to end up being the only one married to him.
She do.
And I don't even watch the show, so I could totally be getting this wrong.
I've been watching it. It's just crazy to me.
I catch it, and I think, that guy has got one of every kind of woman.
He does.
He's got like a
He
whole
got a
variety.
heavy set one.
Yeah, they were all blowing up there for a while.
Yeah.
They were all really big.
He got that
And all
one,
they
wife
did
number
was go
one.
out
She
to freaking
is she
eat.
the oldest one you think?
Yeah,
the wife number
one
one.
that counts the money.
Yeah,
the
she
one
number
that counts the money.
she the oldest.
No, Mary's the oldest one. The one that's always wanting to leave. She only got one kid out of the deal, and her kids
Is
all
she a
grown.
brunette?
Yeah, she's like not
Yeah.
the little brunette. She's the one with the
No,
kind
the
of
brunette.
mousy brown
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
She's kind of a tall girl.
But the other girl left. I was so glad she left.
Yeah, no, that was the one that got catfished. She got catfished.
She did.
She got. I don't know. I used to know.
Yeah.
But she got catfished. And she got all wrapped up with some guy that was really a girl, so she was having an internet romance. Yeah, and then that person, I guess, accosted her in some way. I don't know. It was horrible.
I gotta go to
that person
on
turned
demand.
into like a stalkery person.
Really?
And outed her so that
I gotta
Cody
go on demand
that
and
Cody
see it.
had to know. That's like a couple seasons back. It's like 3 seasons back.
The one with the blonde hair that
Yeah.
left him.
The one that left.
That left.
Yeah, she's a smart
She's
one.
the one.
But she's not that smart. She's just bitter. He's had one bitter one. And I think she got into it, didn't want to have to marry a bunch of other people.
You know what?
She wanted the first one.
You know what, Liz? I did a show on that.
He got the accountant
I
second.
did a show on that. On polyamorous. I told you I was going to do that show, remember?
Yeah.
I did a show on that. And when I was doing the research, I was so surprised. They have so many people in Illinois.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
that's
practicing
doing that.
You know what? There's kids in high schools that are like, I'm pansexual.
I know.
This,
What the
I'm
hell is that?
I'm a this, I'm a that. And I said, I don't understand why y'all can't just be whatever. And not
Right,
have,
why can't
don't,
you just
I
be a
don't,
girl
don't
and a boy?
talk about it no more. You go love on whoever you want to love on. I mean, I don't care. You love on who you love on. But I don't think we all need to be running around worrying about what to call everybody.
No, that shouldn't be a priority.
I'm such a lost cause because I'm getting like this thing about, that's what they are. And yeah, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people and it's birthing itself in high schools.
It
So,
is.
yeah, like one guy will be dating a whole bunch of people, and you don't know if they're doing nothing yet. But they get all confused and shit. I think a lot of people get where they're desperate. The adults, they get where they're these women and
that's
men,
exactly what I think it
get where
is.
they're
Because I
desperate.
have a friend of mine who went to nursing school with me, and I ran into her, and I talked about this on one of my other shows when I talked about that Polly show.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into her at the Walmart up the street from the house, and she's a nurse practitioner, so she's making 6 figures. Beautiful woman. We went to nursing school together, and she's living.
What haven't you done, Val?
But I'm serious. But she is living with this guy and this woman. The other woman is an attorney.
It's weird.
Guess what he does for a living?
What?
He works for Amazon, throwing the boxes on the truck.
So he's got 2 women and him.
She came by the house one Sunday.
So he got 2 women.
He got 2 women that live with him. So she came by the house one day.
Do they get along?
Yeah, but she came by the house one Sunday, and I was cooking dinner. She had called me. She's like, "Girl, I'm up at the Walmart by your house." She's like, "What you up to?" I said, "I'm cooking dinner, Sunday dinner. What's going on?" She's like, "Can I come back for a minute? I just need to talk to somebody." And she came by, and she opened up to me. So this attorney woman is a diva.
Oh, of course.
She don't do no housework.
And this one does.
So the one that I know, she doing all the cooking and the cleaning.
I would not like that arrangement. Sounds like
And she don't like it.
Sounds like the man and the woman need to hire a maid.
Right. So I said, well,
That sounds like to me.
I said, why are you there? I said, you're a beautiful woman. And, she said it works for them financially because she got this brand new 2021 nice, big, beautiful white BMW.
All their stuff.
They pool all their money together. And she said it works
I
financially.
can't see it in
But
grown
she said that
people.
she's not happy with the attorney woman because she don't do nothing.
I think it's kind of taking friends with benefits to a different level. That's what
You know,
I
my
think.
OCD wouldn't let me do that.
I don't think I could do that.
I got OCD real
I
bad.
mean, I think I could
can't share.
I could share a man sexually. I don't think I could share him emotionally.
You think you could?
Yeah, I could share him sexually. But that's something you grow into. I think it used to be.
I cannot.
It used to be.
I got OCD, people. I can't do it because I'm gonna be thinking. I don't know about this woman's ways. I don't know what she do. I don't know how
I don't want to. I don't.
You know
I don't need to be part of it. Okay, so I would rather. This is gonna sound completely. But I think I could do it now. I've lived what I've lived.
You think you could share a man with another woman?
But how do you not have it be emotional? That's what I'm saying. Like, if he could just go out and bang her and come home, but it won't work like that because women don't usually.
Women are emotional creatures.
Yeah, so
we get
unless
attached.
this is a woman that ain't looking for nothing, and I don't know any woman who's not looking for something.
That's the truth. And this is what the girl told me, who I know. I asked her, why are you staying there? I said, it's obvious to me that you're not happy.
I don't want to be alone.
That's exactly her answer.
I hate that.
That was her answer.
My mother is the
She
queen
said she
of,
loved
I don't want
him.
to be alone.
And I just don't want to be alone.
She said words at one time they split. My folks split, my stepfather and my mother. And she said the craziest crap to me about I just don't want to be alone.
That's what that girl said.
I'm like, you would rather be with an awful human being,
abusive person,
an abusive asshole, than to be alone. I would so much rather. I mean, I did it. I was with an abusive asshole, and he put on a good front. He reeled me in real good because I was young, so I was totally impressionable. So I think, I'm gonna live in the grown-up life. So, but he reeled me in, and it was just like. I thought to myself as I was walking out that door with 2 babies and not a nickel in the bank, I thought, I don't give a shit. I will be alone. I will be alone and live in my car if I have to. I didn't turn out. I lived in my car. It was a nice family that helped me through it. But, it's like I would rather walk out on anything than to endure it.
That's what that girl told me. And I told her, I said, you are a beautiful woman. You're educated.
I hate that.
You're intelligent. I said, you can get a man. I said, girl, you can get a man.
It's weird. It is weird that there's 2 of us here, and we both don't understand. I don't want to be alone.
That's what she said to me. But she said she loved him. And then he had her trying to recruit me. She FaceTimed me.
Creepy.
He did.
Creepy.
She FaceTimed me.
Let's bring Val into the equation.
She FaceTimed me. And she showed him to me. He looked like a damn anteater. And I'm like, hell no. I'm very particular.
Maybe he had a big bankroll.
He work at Amazon. His bankroll ain't that damn big.
Yeah, that's right. He's a delivery.
He put the damn boxes on the truck. He ain't no damn bankroll. So she FaceTimed me.
Oh my God, I can't even.
And she's like, he want to see you, girl. And I'm like,
that's a job for a 25-year-old man.
He was trying to get her to recruit me. And I'm like, hell no.
Why do you want to?
I don't want to be a part of that.
Were they doing it together? Or
yeah, she told me they all sleep in the bed. She said they got a king size bed.
Well, where are you going to sleep? I think 3 people.
I wasn't going to sleep nowhere. I'm going to sleep in my own damn bed. I'm not sleeping in their bed.
I'm not doing it with the
that man, did you hear me say he looked like an anteater?
I'm not doing it with the anteater. I will not do it with the anteater.
I am very particular.
I don't give a shit how much money.
I like pretty boys. Anybody that knows me.
There must be some family.
No, I like pretty boys.
I can't understand why 2 women who could get their way in life do it on their own.
2 good-looking women, intelligent, educated, professional.
They're shut off from a new relationship.
But they got a nice big mansion in Madison. It's nice. It's nice.
Who's paying for all this?
They pay for it together. She told me
they're taking care of the anteater.
I just think he got a good thing. I just think he can throw down. I just think he that boy.
He's an anteater that can throw down.
He can throw down.
We We should write.
Because he looked terrible.
Now I gotta write a children's book about the anteater.
I'm telling you, he looks terrible to me. When she showed me him on FaceTime, I was like, ugh. I was trying to hold my face like,
beautiful women.
hi.
And it's like gross.
I was inside. I wanted to throw up.
Maybe he's like the most
you are not cute,
responsive person.
And he didn't have a nice personality.
He
was like, what's up? You a real pretty woman. You should come party with us sometime.
That is so classic.
You see what I'm saying?
That is so classic.
He didn't even have a good personality.
That is classic bad. That is so classic.
She put me on the FaceTime with him, and that's what he said to me.
You know what happened to me?
I'm like, fool, I wish I would come party with you.
I am standing in the bar, and I got everybody who's under 40 telling me how pretty I am. And I'm there with my son, and my son is like, yeah, I got a pretty mom, And I'm like, I felt like a piece of meat that my son was carting around. And it was weird because these were little boys. Little boys, and they were going to fight over me.
They were trying to come up.
I'm like, hey.
They wanted the cougar.
Hey, dude. Thanks for the
They wanted the cougar
I'm like,
experience.
Are you guys conditioned to expect older women to come and
take care of you,
teach you how to work the world and work a woman?
Absolutely.
Well, if I could teach them how to work a woman, I mean, that's like a whole book. We each write our own story. You know what I mean? So there ain't no way to
But you know what the thing is?
You know what the thing is? They can't get on top of it. They don't know what the hell we're all about.
They don't.
No. And
and they're under the misconception that women are at their sexual peak when they're in their 20s and 30s.
It's like it's Mother's Day every day.
You know what I mean?
Courting with the flowers and shit, and they're gonna take you.
Right.
Okay, this is all crap that their mama taught them. Valentines and flowers, and so I used to think those were charming customs. Now I find it weird when a guy will shower you with shit. I know that's dangerous. That's dangerous. When they're showering you, you just say hello, and they're showering you. Hey, your lease on your car is up. I'll get you a C-Class. You could just drive that. It's like a classier kid.
No, I don't drive under an S-Class. Sorry.
No, and I'm like, no, I don't really.
You can give me a G-Wagon, but you can't give me nothing under S.
Yes, I come into my office. The flowers, the roses. Yeah. He asked me what's my favorite rose. I said sterling rose, which is a gray purple rose.
Yeah.
And the real ones only come from South America. So I go into my office one day. Now, this is when it occurs to me, this is over the top. Now, I've already got the engagement ring on. Yeah. So it came at me like super fast. And I didn't know how to say no because nobody ever got down on their knee before. So I said yes. And I get to my office and there's this box. It's this big. And it's been around the world. It's got a stamp from every country it's been to. And it's smoking from dry ice. It's smoking.
Wow.
It looked like he bought me a kangaroo.
Oh, wow.
I was terrified. I was terrified to open it. It was 2 dozen sterling roses, but everybody in my office was like, well, should we open it? It was the most terrifying.
You were scared.
It was terrifying. It was so big, the gesture, it terrified me. I'm like, I start going, Well, it took me 3 months to shake them. And I forgot about you could be pregnant.
Oh, my God.
They're crazy. They take off that mask. Yeah, as soon as that ring went on, the mask came off. And then to throw me off, we'd have big giant boxes of roses. And he followed me with that stuff for months. See? And I run into this girl. She goes, I'm wearing this ring. I go to show it to my mama, and he's on my arm. And we go into her office. And I leave there. I come back to work the next day, and this girl says to me, he dated one of my friends. And he wouldn't leave her alone for 6 months.
Ooh.
And I thought, oh, shit.
Oh, my.
Yeah, you got to go, oh, shit.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. When the mask comes off, it's like they're so charming, but they're not.
They're not.
They either think you're going to take their shit, they want to rely on you to baby them.
They show you what they want you to see.
You don't know what it is. If you're going to get a big, giant baby that you got to take care of, that is a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of work.
You tell me you're not going to get half of my pension. that man telling you, oh no, hey, come in here, but I don't want you getting half of my pension. You can't have that. She already got it. And you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I could get half of your half. I don't want your half.
I don't want none of it.
But I didn't want to hear about it.
Right.
So I'm going to leave.
Because I just liked him. But
then you started to not like him.
I did, because all he could do was complain.
Keep the shit. Stay out of my shit. Get your own shit. Give me shit. He wanted you to give him shit.
I wasn't giving him shiggity. I worked too hard to get my shiggity.
Yeah.
No, I put my life on the line for my shiggity.
Hustle every which way.
No,
that cannot be. It cannot be.
Yeah.
I mean, I am terrified of people when I see someone dating someone new. I'm terrified for them. You know what I mean?
Because you never know what you're getting.
Yeah, and you want to, and you know, I don't like to see. I watch my own kids just trying to go through the world and dating and stuff, and there is nothing much to choose from.
It's not, and you know what the thing is,
they're
that's
in their 30s,
so true.
So people are already fucking damaged.
Right, they're already damaged.
Or a bad relationship.
Yeah.
No.
But you know, nobody wants to be alone. I don't want to die alone. I really don't.
I don't want to be alone. I got my people.
But if I have to, I will.
You know, I got a husband. I got me an older man.
See, so you got you somebody.
There's gonna be someday. I don't know. I got to get you somebody.
Girl, I tell you what.
I don't know how to get you. I could get you somebody, but there's a good chance.
But I'm so damn particular.
He won't be normal.
Oh shit! I don't want no crazy. I done had enough crazy for a lifetime.
I'm telling you, you do anything, you're gonna get it crazy.
I don't want no crazy.
I know, and you don't know the nice ones.
But you know what? I got someone that's so nice and so sweet, but he's so young.
Ugh, I don't like.
But he's so beautiful of a person.
But
he's crazy about me, and I like him too. But he's so young.
Can you? I don't know.
You know that stalker put a bad taste in my mouth. I say, it ain't Cougar season for me no more. No more.
I can't do it. I fell out with people because I was like, I am not going to that place.
I am not being no cougar.
Do you know what? It went from them picking off, like going to piano bars and picking off older men, okay, in their 30s. And in their 40s and 50s, they're out chasing young guys. I mean, they will chase crap that came out of high school. Just turned 21. And it's a baby.
No.
You can't. You be dealing with his mama. He gets stalked.
Hell no. My son better not bring no damn body at home in her 40s or 50s.
Every boy's got a story about
I bet you one thing.
Genuinely generous woman.
My son bring a bitch home in her 50s.
Oh, he's going to kill me if he sees
shit.
I had that.
If my son brings somebody home in her 50s, she won't be back.
He knew it was
He gonna be heartbroken because she gonna be like, I can't talk to you no more. And he gonna be like, what's wrong, baby? What I do? I just can't talk to you no more. Don't talk to me ever again. I don't want to see you no more because I'm gonna threaten her life.
That's right. My boy brought home an old woman.
He did.
He brought a whole old woman that did the same thing I did for a living.
Really?
I know this old woman.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
He goes, she's older than me, and he doesn't tell me. I'm looking at 52 years old sitting across the table, and I'm like, this is nuts. So she was keeping him like a pet. She had some addiction issues, but she was keeping him like a pet. He might have learned a thing or two, but I'll tell you what, it was the cleanest breakup I've ever seen. Good. You know, like, she just said, oh, you want to go? So just go.
Just go.
I'm not going to, it was none of this drama.
No drama.
But his face, I mean, I was genuinely taken aback. I was like,
I'm telling you.
Where is this going to go? I know where it's going to go. It's going to go, I ain't getting no grandchildren out of it.
You got two boys. I ain't got but one.
I got two. I got one.
You got two.
I got one coming up.
I ain't got but one.
Mine brings me all the things he makes. He brings them to me.
Tell my baby. I don't care how old he get. He know he's my baby.
My boy,
he bring a 50-year-old home. I'ma threaten her life. She gonna break up with you, Tim. I'm letting you know.
I know. I couldn't do enough. I couldn't make it more. It's so.
She gonna be like, "No, your mama crazy. I can't see you no more."
What he did was he was involved in like a therapy group, and there were these crazy women in there that were constantly giving him rides places. And they were old ladies, you know, they were old ladies with drinking problems. And I'm like, I don't understand why you're bringing these to my dinner table. Because first he was making fun of them because they were so desperate for his bones, you know.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, Alex,
oh no.
Talking sweetie
They
pie.
wanted him bad.
He would play these voicemails for me, and I'm like, that is a grown woman that's like out of her mind. Those are out of your mind women. Don't turn into that. If you're alone too long, I think it could happen.
That shit ain't gonna turn into
you
me.
You alone too long. It was like they were alone.
Good.
It was like they were alone too long, and they were on that phone looking for him. And he was like 28 years old, and I'm like, what does he know about the world?
Nothing.
Nothing. He ought to just be dating pretty young
just
girls.
Enjoying himself.
Date the pretty young girls.
Right.
Why are you dating the dried up old ladies like your mama?
Who done been through all this drama and this damage and all of that.
But the thing happen to
But they could be good
too.
for them to teach them something, though.
My kids, they see the mask come off, and I think my kids walk in real.
But that's what's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think they take after me. They walk in real. They kind of put on. But you can't put on much because, you know, when it comes down to it, you got to get along. You can't.
You do.
There's crazy everywhere. I'm tired of crazy.
Me too. I've had enough crazy in my life for a lifetime.
I think it's hysterical that it's almost like a mirror image. It's enough. There's the same level, the number of crazy.
Right.
I've never met anybody who can match my number of crazy. How many crazies have you had? Maybe that's the name of your show today.
How many crazies have you had? Lord, I tell you.
I think it's ripping off the mask because the girls don't go in there and wash his socks and pick up his underwear and sew the buttons on his pants. Don't be doing that stuff. Don't take care of him at that level because you're going to create a monster.
You will.
You can do it later.
And don't
do it on the front.
Their car notes. Don't pay their phone bills. Don't be buying them better shit than you got.
Yeah.
If you don't have any red bottoms, don't buy his ass no red bottoms.
Don't get red bottom shoes.
No. Don't do that. That's backwards. That's backwards. He should buy you the red bottoms first.
I think
then you buy him some, maybe.
And all my wisdom here, I don't care what your sexuality tells you to sleep with, okay? You go love a woman, you love a man, men loving men, women loving women, people loving lots of people all at once. You just got to be real.
You got to be real?
You got to be real. And if the real that you are does not match up to whatever, I mean, I don't know how you do it. I just know you're more likely to hit a nut, get something good. You know, so if you come in real, it leaves you, as long as you're grounded, I think you got a better chance of seeing what's in front of you. If you're not running yourself crazy, trying to prove you're the prettiest, bestest girl ever, you know what I mean? Don't wear yourself out.
And if you have to sell yourself on a man, that's not the man for you.
You can cook him dinner here or there.
Right.
But don't you train him to be your child. That's what I think it does. I used to think you should build the man up and do all that stuff. Press his shorts and do all that crazy.
You know what I think, Liz? I have learned in my lifetime, if a man wants you, he will let it be known.
Yeah.
You won't have to chase him. You won't have to call him, text him, and press him. If he is into you and he wants to be with you, you will know it. Because he's going to check on you every day.
Make
sure. He's like, hey, baby, you okay?
You okay?
You need anything?
But that's enough, right?
Right, that's enough. He's not, you're not going to have to chase him.
It's not like you got to spend every waking moment.
Right.
You can save that for later. If you end up married, eventually you become the homebodies, and then you are hanging
And then you become just buddies. You become best friends.
You become best friends.
Right.
And you have to be careful that your best friend is not a child. This
right.
Man child. They're all man children. That's what I mean, I hate to generalize, but in my viewpoint, they don't rid themselves of what their mother, when we spoil them, that's what they expect from a woman.
But
they're expecting it from a woman. So if they had a mama, their mama, for men my age, or around that age, their mama taught them to open doors. Their mama taught them to pay for the meal. Their daddy taught them to pay for the meal.
Right.
Their mama and their daddy taught them, you wait your turn on this lady. If she doesn't want to do nothing yet, you got to wait it out. It's not like you can meet that special someone and jump into the sack. But it's not like that's the first priority. You got to get to know people.
Got to get to know
I
people.
worry about it because sex right now is just, everybody's just having sex with everybody.
And you know what? I find it has no value anymore.
No, this is not. We've already had the sexual revolution.
And it has no value anymore.
It doesn't have any.
People just do it.
The sex is not valuable. The sex is valuable. Sex is valuable.
And it should be.
That intimate act is an
It should have a meaning.
Act. It's an intimate
and
act.
You should do it only when it carries a meaning to it.
Exactly. You
shouldn't just do it for fun.
Conversely, I gave the sex talk when my kids were tweeners, I give the sex talk. You don't lay down with anybody if you don't have love feelings for them. Well, I got one that's hard. She has a hard time loving anybody, and I got another one that loves everybody. He loves them. He loves them.
Everybody.
He loves anybody he can stick it to.
Lord.
He loves anybody he sticks it to. And that's, honest to God, he's all like, oh, but I love her. And I'm like, son, you got it. I think he might have the real thing, and I'm really happy for him.
Good.
Yeah, I think he's got it now.
I hope he do.
Somebody's putting up with his nonsense.
Okay.
And she's putting up with his nonsense. That means his mama don't have to.
That's right. Absolutely.
Again.
Absolutely.
But no, they're bounce back.
You.
Children today are bounce back kids, But we're seeing bounce back men that have been ravaged by divorce out there. That's what I
see.
That's what you're dealing with.
That's what I see.
They talk
and
about
that's what I don't want
women.
to deal with.
They talk about bitter
But
women.
there's bitter men.
They're bitter.
There's especially black men. There's angry black men. They love to throw out that angry black woman title.
Yeah.
I have run into so many angry black men.
There's angry white men.
Y'all just
they
crazy.
walk around with this sad sack. She did me wrong.
Right.
And then you're like, that's a drag. Now, can we move
on?
Can
can you open yourself up to love again?
Yeah.
Can you open yourself up to allow somebody to love you or to allow yourself to love you?
Like they come out of there with that hump on their back and they find some young girl that's going to soothe their ills. And by the time they've done that for a while, they're back and they're like, oh, okay, so I could relate to you because you're closer to my age.
I'm tired of
But
that.
can you be like a 25-year-old and look like that? You know what I mean? So they're dragging around this like these divorcee bitter guys are going out and go gambling in Vegas, get themselves a waitress, whatever they're doing. They come to you and they're expecting you to be like it was in the beginning of time.
And what they
like
don't
you
understand.
Didn't learn nothing. Like you learned
I
nothing.
saw a guy today on a show I was
like
watching.
You didn't learn nothing all these
on
years.
YouTube.
That's what they want.
And this guy was 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He said he only wants to date someone 35 to 45. You 50.
Yeah.
You're 50.
Yeah.
What the hell would I want with you if I'm 35?
I don't know, but I do date older men. Mine is 10 years older.
I know, but he's talking about he's single.
35 is hard.
A 35-year-old is not going to want a 50-year-old man.
No, because she's in her sexual prime. She
right.
does not need.
Well, not really, because I think when we're in our 50s.
Oh, we got, there's something special. There's a special magic that comes.
Yeah.
Special magic. There's
a magic that comes.
The 30s are really great. Dirty 30s it is.
Right.
But there's something special that comes when you get a couple more decades under your
Absolutely.
belt. And you know what is what.
And baby, we can rock some worlds. I'm going to tell you. Anyway. But he was saying he only wants somebody.
You can rock some worlds, girl.
Absolutely I can. Baby, I'll be working out every day.
I know. You're going
to young girl ain't got nothing on me.
No, you're strong.
Fine wine.
Strong.
Better with time.
That's the way. You are strong and you are ready to date. She's ready to date. If there's anybody that
only the right one.
Only the right one, not the crazy. We don't take the crazy.
Your ass crazy. You don't want me.
We have a pretty good crazy meter by now.
We do.
Yeah, we do. And I just sit around and I watch crazy. I watch crazy people, and I think, what the hell?
I do that too. I'm like, there are so many people that need mental help.
Yeah, they're running around half
and they run around thinking they normal. And I'm just looking at these people like, you should have been medicated years ago.
Years ago. And the bitterness, and there's so much of it. I think men are more apt to hold on to everything, and they just take it from place to place to place. And the thing is, you got to hang in there long enough. If it's worthwhile, it doesn't come with scary. It's never scary. When it's scary, like just they're creepy. They do something creepy.
Yeah.
That's a big clue that you ought to put that down.
Move around.
Go around.
Move around there.
That
leave that where it was.
Needs to be right there, and you move on.
Move around.
Because they crazy, they show you the crazy. That's what you're telling me. Over the top. Your stalker over the top. Mine over the top. I don't know what's going to happen to us now.
He gonna let us know. The producer gonna let us know. We
ready?
We wound it down.
Have we done it?
Everybody, we are coming to.
We done it good.
We done it good. We gonna do it again. It's an old song. I want you to look it up, Liz. I'm gonna send it to you. It's called "Let's Do It Again."
Let's do it again.
We gonna do it again. Let's do it again. We gonna do it again.
Comment. What do you want to talk about?
Yes.
Tell us what you want to talk about. We'll talk to you.
Yes.
I will
send us your comments.
I will think on it, and I will tell Valerie I'm ready. I want to go again.
Comments, questions, or concerns.
I will say I want to go again.
Absolutely. Let us know. I want to let you guys know we are a part of the NMG Podcast Network. If you guys want to do a podcast, hit us up. You have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to call us at 872-307-3828. If you would like to do your own podcast, it doesn't matter what you would like to talk about.
You can have my chair.
Right. And we'll have your logo up here. Absolutely. I want to give, we have a couple of sponsors.
I got no logo today.
We're going to get a logo. We got to get you a logo together.
I got to fix that.
Absolutely.
I am going to fix that.
I got a couple of sponsors I need to shout out to. Alpha Group Industries, optimal service at all times for any of your freight transporting needs. You can reach us at email alphagroupindustry773@outlook.com or 708-907-3664. Also, I have Kane's Medical Career Training. The lovely Mrs. Walker is the instructor. If you want to be a CNA or you were a CNA,
that's a good gig.
You can call Mrs. Walker and she can help you become that. You can reach her at Kane's Medical Career Training, lowercase.com or area code 773-699-8819. Also, I have OK's Sports Bar at 4736 147th Street in Midlothian. If you want a nice laid-back little bar like, like on Cheers, it's a nice little cool spot like that. You can go.
I should go there.
You should, absolutely.
Let's go there now.
I want to give a shout-out to my favorite cousin, my boy cousin Paul. He's my favorite boy cousin. And my favorite Auntie Marie. They always support me on my show. Miss Earlene Bankhead and Miss Lisa Swain. How about you, Liz? Who you want to shout out to?
I want to thank my kids. If they watch this, they're going to be, I told you not to talk about me.
Your mother did great.
You're worth talking about. You're wonderful. You're great people. And my husband, who has been, I threw some things out there.
you got you a good one.
He knows I love him. You
got you a good one.
It's right under there. We know it all the time. We don't have to say it every minute.
Hold on.
No crazy. We got no crazy in our house.
And that is such a blessing.
It is a treat. It is a treat.
I promise
I'm not that every day is like picking flowers, but
absolutely,
it is a treat
positively. If you guys want to do a podcast, again, reach out to us at 872-307-3828. We are part of the NMG Podcast Network. Until next time, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you have anything you would like for us to talk about,
we want to know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Send us an email or call us and let us know. I'm your girl, Val DeVarreaux. And I want to thank my best good friend, Liz, for tuning in with me today, co-hosting with me today. You did it.
I done did it.
And we had a good time.
I did it to everybody today.
Thank you, people.
Thank you, people.
We enjoyed you today.
Mm-hmm.
And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. And we're mask free. How about that? Let's celebrate.
Yeah, we can walk out of this room and not have to mask
Not
up.
have to mask up. How about that? Mask off.
Oh, we better let people know. We got to say it again. We talked a lot about stalking. You call those cops. Call those cops.
9.
Yeah, every
1
single
1.
time. Even if it
Every
seems
time.
like it's happening.
And get you an order of protection.
Yeah,
if you are in Chicago, go to 555 West Harrison Street.
Good that
That's
you know
domestic battery court.
And we got DuPage.
Absolutely.
We got there's a good.
Do they have a place they can
you
call
know
in
what? They
DuPage?
can do it online. You can go right online, get an instant order of protection. It lasts for about 7 days, so you should get your butt to the courtroom.
Right.
Because you got to go before a judge and tell him what's happening, and he'll give you that order. And if they violate that order, they get locked up.
Get locked up.
And so, you know, it's the best weapon you can have besides a weapon.
Absolutely.
Which I think if you're being stalked, you should know what you do.
Absolutely,
So,
positively.
Yeah, stay safe, ladies.
Stay safe, everybody.
Everyone.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
We out? He didn't count us out. I'm
Not
still
yet.
here.
Not yet. We still here, y'all. We still here.